Alright guys, so it's been probably at least a week since I did a YouTube video. All the videos that you've seen once a day has been pre-recorded from 2-3 weeks ago. So, this is today I went and got a washer, but I don't got it here yet. It's an LG side one, or front one, whatever you want to call it, just like this one. And this Kenmore one, we're going to move it over to that room. So I had it tore apart and diagnosed what was wrong with it. So in the video you'll see in the next clip after this is what I found was wrong with this. So check it out here. Well guys, after fully taking her apart and examining it, I am gonna get a new side loader. The dryer's fine. I just put the hoses in there for now. I cleaned the floor up. I'm going to peel the rest of them tile up and kind of finish the floor there a little bit. Well, I'll show you what I found out. I see this is leaking here, whatever this is. It doesn't really show up too good, but I have no idea what that is, but that's all been leaking. I used the washer today just to put bleach in it and no spin because the bearing's out. And I can smell bleach come out of there, so I don't know. I didn't even know that was leaking. I took the top off to see what it looked like, you know, to see if the springs are intact. The springs are intact, but this bearing's out here. This is the main thing here, but I don't. Something's missing here. Something's missing there, and let me get the flashlight. And I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if the camera will focus on it. See, it's cracked all the way across there. That I don't know, I can barely see that crack, but it goes all the way across there. That weight is cracked. This other brace that I took off here, it's been hitting on it. I don't know if you can see that little coloration right there. It's been hitting on that. Been hitting right there, hitting on there. The drum's been hitting on there, and then I haven't took this bar out because I'm sure that's holding the thing. I don't want to do that. I'll take this thing down here and just wreck the floor here, but see what it did here? It bent this thing here when it hit, and then it's been rubbing on here. See that? This thing here, when it went back here, when the bearing's out, it's vibration and out of balance. It's smuck here, and it's been rubbing there. I never noticed that before, and it dented this up. That was loud. Look at that big dent there. And I've been looking all over here. I see it. It's a good thing you have these safety things on here. If you have a drum flying your way, I don't know. Lose this here, but so the bell looks really good, the motor looks really good, the shocks and the back are good. I haven't looked in the front yet to see if the new ones I replaced broke, which I don't know. I'm sure they probably did if the bearing's out. You hear that bearing? It's noisy, dry. I can barely spin it, so hard to spin it. It's in it. When I was running it, when it was doing the cycle, the rinse or wash, it was going like this back and forth. It was going squeak, 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 squeak. So yeah, she's 2005, the present. I mean, that's pretty good. We replaced that thing, the pump too, down below. It's that thing way over there, that pump. The motor's never been touched. I don't know what kind of motor it is. It's the flashlight. It doesn't say the brand name, as far as I know. C-set? C.E set, it says. 820 watt. How many RPMs is it? I thought it was 10,000 RPM, but there's no way it could be 10,000 maybe. Oh, I guess it is. Looks like it says, you guys won't be able to see, but oh look, 1600 RPMs. Holy crud. So when that thing was spinning 1600 RPMs and that bearing was out, that's what that motor says, 1600 RPMs. Yeah, that sucker really, really spins. So it must have smucked that. You see that? See, there's a hole in the tin. There's a hole in there. It fractured that. Went through there. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's where it hit the wall. See? And there's a hole in the wall over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it hit over there. And then this is cracked. But I tried wiggling this. It don't wiggle here, but it wiggles inside, which I don't understand that. So I'm going to take the front off and look at the plastic shocks I replaced. They were $50 a piece. I just replaced them. Yeah, what a waste, huh? Wish I would have did some more research to seeing it was the bearing, but you know, things happen. So let me move this around and get to the front and take the inspection plate off, and we'll see if them shocks are broke. If they are, oh boy. Okay guys, so I tore it apart and you can clearly see right there that you can see right there it's not broke. So that one's fine. You can see it's been vigorously moving around. And this side is there intact, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, but it's been rubbing it pretty hard. There's a brand new pump on it here. In 2010 it was put in there because my dad put too much soap, or somebody put too much soap in there and burnt out the original pump. And so this pump is new, kinda. Well, it's new to me. So if I can show you guys, it smells like Clorox in here. I don't know if I can get it to, it's gonna be awful hard without, let's see if I can get the camera to focus here. Let's see a camera, that thing's not gonna, can't do it here because it's hard to get the flashlight to stay. What if I put a flashlight here or something? I can't see a flashlight's blaring, but this whole tub wiggles. It's loose, and when I spin it, sounds pretty dry, don't it? Yeah, it's clicking too, but here is the specs of it. It's a come on. Model is a 110 44 932 200. Made in Germany. 2005. There's the model. I guess it don't matter with the serial number because it's toasted anyway, but there's the model. And I have to say, this thing, you see it's leaking there too. Yeah, it's getting wore out. See the rubber's all white. Yeah, and the wording's all wore out. I mean, the computer works. Oh yeah, computer works fine. There's nothing wrong with the computer. It's just, you know, this part's leaking here. Whatever the heck that is, I don't know. That's a wet. I can't figure out what that does. It has nothing to do with that, as far as I know. I mean, is that a switch? It clicks it on so it goes in there, maybe? That's what I'm thinking, but there's some computer or some sort. There's a pressure switch. So, yeah, I was just taking it apart and inspecting to see if it's as bad as it is, but it is pretty bad. I mean, that thing was loud when it hit. I don't know where, you see it hit there. There's a little stuff missing there, and then where's that hole at? It's like, oh yeah, and it chipped the thing there. And you can see it's been rubbing here. That black stuff, it rubbed on there, and then these hoses got ripped out almost out of the thing, and I actually had to screw it to the floor to hold it. I'm not kidding. So I know these side washers tend to do that, the older ones. The newer ones probably do too, but not that bad. My God, when I first moved it in here, it wasn't that way. That was in 2015. I don't remember. I think it was going on in 2015 when I moved it in here. So it's been here for almost 2 years, you know, or maybe 2 years, and it didn't do that when I first moved it here. I know that. I didn't bounce around like that. Never broke springs. So she's old. I mean, things break. So.